Clayton Chipperfield, who's, heading down to Te Awamutu or to Wanganui, already there, Clayton. Where are you on your journey?
Already here. We come down, we arrived 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
Okay, good. How'd the horses travel?
Very good. Very happy with them. They settled nice in the paddock last night and ate up, so very pleased.
Okay, 2 runners, London Bound and Obsessed. So we'll get to them shortly because we just want to get a bit of an update on Catalyst first. Where's he at the moment and how's he doing?
He's back at the Oaks. He flew home a week after his Sydney run, straight back to the Oaks. They've given him more tests. He's nothing serious. He just needs time. And I went and saw him the other day. He's looking super, put on plenty of condition and very bright in the coat. So he's a happy horse at the moment. And Rick was saying they're going to go over him again in January to make sure we're all still very happy before they make a plan for him.
Okay, can you just recap on the reasons why his preparation was cut short?
He's just still feeling his joints, you know. He's got plenty of growing to do still, and obviously his joints are taking a little bit longer to catch up than most, which isn't uncommon, but it's better to know now and give him a good break and let that all settle down before we push on again.
I know we'd spoken leading into his first trial, which was just absolutely outstanding, and you were really happy with the way he was coming up. The trial proved that. He's obviously hasn't lost anything from 3 to 4. It's just those sort of growing pains, which must give you sort of that sort of encouragement for his next preparation.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he is a class act, and that's the ability he's always going to have. It's just making sure he's 100% when the button's pushed. And obviously in Sydney he was feeling something, and when Bossy went to ask a bit for him, he couldn't find, you know. But like that trial was impressive at Taupo, and it was the right move to look for the big money. But it didn't pay off this time, but hopefully next.
Absolutely. Any idea of what you might be thinking? Can you just give us a little bit of an inkling what the gut feel is on when he might be back in a race to target?
Yeah, look, the Gold Coast, Queensland may be on the cards, but like I said, he's got to have all his checks and everything again in January to make sure Rick and the vet and everyone is happy with him before we push on. But yeah, I'd say it'll be Australia again. Okay,
good. Yeah. Now let's focus on today, Clayton. First of all, London Bound, it goes around in that 4th race, currently 260 and 130. We know the abilities there. Just tell us about last start. What happened at Avondale?
Well, that Hastings 3 starts back, Grulsey said she was making a little bit of noise, so we put a tongue tie on her, and next 2 starts with the tongue tie, she just wanted to over race, and obviously couldn't. It's tough for them to finish it off, and they're doing a lot early. So yeah, we put it down to over racing. So today we're going around with no hood, no tongue tie, and often taking gear off can work the same way as putting it on. So she's brightened herself and working well, and like I say, she's travelled very good. So we're hoping for a good run today.
Yeah, in the context of this field, like she rates through the roof, and that's been reflected in the market. You're going into it with a little bit of confidence by the sound of it.
Yeah, we are. You know, she's back down to 65. She's had to have a few misses to get back down here, so she certainly places well on this race today. It's not an overly strong field, so she'll need to run in the top 3 to warrant keep going. To be honest, if she doesn't, we'll be scratching our heads. Okay, where does she position Clayton today? Well, if he wants to over race, which we're hoping we don't, we might have to go forward with her. But if she can get it a settle 3rd, 4th with a bit of cover, and hopefully sprint off in the finish.
Okay, your other runners in the Cup, and Obsessive was a really encouraging run last time out in slow track conditions from what this horse has done in the past. It shouldn't be too much of a concern either, should it? Not
at all. Rain I was never worried about for this horse. He's got good wet track form, and last start in the Fielding Cup was very good. He settled nicely for Lisa, and unfortunately he got carted extremely wide, but still battled on to run a very good 3rd. And good to have Lisa back on. Like she was offered a few rides and decided to stick with us with this boy. So that gives us a bit of confidence as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen this horse placing in the Tomanui Cup and being competitive in some really good races. In what looks to be a really competitive Wanganui Cup, what can we expect from him today?
Well, you know, he's ready. He's ready to go a very good race. The track's not going to be a problem. We should get a good sit like we did in the Fielding Cup, and he should be able to finish it off again. All going well. I mean, it is a pretty even field. I was happy to see Roger James scratch his too. Certainly helped all our chances, but he'll be running on and doing his best late.
One thing we saw from that was he was probably a little bit untested in the closing stages. He was definitely doing his best in the last couple of 100 metres of the race. First of all, you've got to turn the tables on Lubea, don't you? Can you do that for starters?
Well, I think we possibly could. You know, I mean, that's obviously going to be hard to beat. He beat us in the Fielding Cup, but Yeah, like you say, he was doing his best in the finish, and he normally is like that. You know, he can settle well and finish off strong, which is a big advantage on these softer tracks. If you can sprint on them, yeah, you certainly got to put yourself there at the top of the straight.
Okay, the Chipperfield stable's obviously got the respective bookmakers because you're taking 2 to Wanganui and they're both favourites. Which one would you go for if we had to twist your arm?
Yeah, to be honest, I think Obsessive would probably be the better of my two, but in saying that, we could confidently get a double today.
Okay, liking that. Best of luck with your team today, Clayton. Appreciate you giving us the time.